Welcome back to another episode of What the Hall. So this is an episode where I'm going to be watching some of this B-roll back with you because less than 2 weeks ago I had Morpheus8. It's a non-invasive treatment. It does all the things. So lines, wrinkle, firmness, texture, tone. A few weeks back, I also recorded, I did like a 40-minute about music. If I don't express these thoughts now, I'm going to be ruminating on this. And that's why I'm online. There's been a lot that's happened in the last 60 days plus. When I first did this video, I was talking a little bit about Met, a little bit about fashion, because there's some tectonic plates shifting, which I love. I'm fascinated by. Tiny Desk, a legendary Black Panther. Have you seen her Tiny Desk? Amazing. In the last couple of days, the Flo Milli Tiny Desk. Wow. Fun fact, my favorite Tiny Desk is Karambin. I just want to say that, the female rappers, I know a lot of times that the subject matter of the music is quite staid. When you start to see this sort of thing happening on YouTube and on Instagram. In R&B, there's some great singers. They sing in italics, which is getting boring. But the female rappers, they're trying to outdo each other in terms of the male performers. The Moneybags and the Lil Babies of the world, they're really not that exciting. With one exception, the man who had like this incredible Juneteenth celebration. Shout out to the Americans. I was never a Kendrick fan, but when he dropped that song, Beat Your Ass and Hide the Bible Like God's Watching, the spirit of crip walking has taken over me. I think you could write a thesis on this. It's so masterful. And to know that he was able to create something like that so expeditiously. There was a conversation between Van Lathan and Mark Lamont Hill on Mark's channel. They had a long conversation about this and they hit on every single point. The actor from Forest Hill or wherever the he came from day dot, he's like a thorn in my side. There's people like Flo Rida. Flo Rida makes pop music. He's massive. He's collected lots of money. He's huge, but he doesn't really ingratiate himself into the culture and try to be more than what he is. He knows he makes pop music. It's for a certain demographic of people and it works for him. But this he's so insufferable. He should be treated like a pop star, the same way we treat Flo Rida and not anything more. In the last couple months, I shut down my Spotify subscription, not for any particular reason aside from I got offers. It was always good for recommendations. Their algorithm was really well set up. Who knows us online better than Alphabet? Alphabet knows us and has been reading our emails for the last 20 some odd years. This is the pact that we made with the devil. I recently started using YouTube Music. SoundCloud is like the place where I go to listen to tracks that are difficult to pin down. But if you have YouTube Music, a lot of those tracks I can find and I can listen to ad-free and in the background uninterrupted. Like I'm thinking about things like Doggy's Angels. If you like listening to Book Club Radio, Boiler Room, Mix Lab, you'll be jamming and you'll be grooving and then you'll have this commercial for a credit card or some other It's like so obvious and I'm just now clocking onto this. I feel so dumb. What else came up? Nicola Coughlan, the lady who is the star of the current series of Bridgerton. She's having a real moment, a real fashion moment. Shout out to her stylist. On my Instagram, I saw the little interview clip that the DJ converted into this track. The track is It's a Good Time. Tell me if I'm wrong. She reminds me of Kylie Minogue. And there was this photo shoot that she did with her co-star. Whoever's dressing him is also nailing it. Rather than doing the who, what, when, where, and why, I'm going to point you to this article that I found on Cosmo.com. It's an elevated version of having PRP or vampire facial. So point of difference is rather than going over the skin with a microneedling tool, this is an actual gun that has radio frequency. The head has 24 needles. They stamp your skin with these needles, and then after the skin has been cleaned off, they hit it with the plasma. And it's supposed to do all the things. Only do this if it's within your means. If it's ticking all the boxes and these are the things that keep you up at night, save your coins and definitely do this because it is money well spent. We're just gonna watch me going through the motions. So this is me immediately beforehand. So I did this midday. I typically try to schedule these services at a time where I'm not gonna get too much sun. So that is the nurse drawing the blood. Also, I should be saying that this is a video where there's going to be needles, there's going to be blood. So if you are sensitive to that sort of thing, please step away from the video. So that's the blood being taken, and then you'll see the centrifuge and the vial. And then this is me, again, showing my expression and all of that just beforehand. All right, so that's the numbing cream. This stuff sat on my face for well over half an hour, right? So we're gonna go here. Now, be forewarned, this is a needle situation. So now she's doing the eyes. Now, it looks like I'm watering a little bit. This is nothing. Really, this was nothing. It was like these little tiny pricks. Felt like nothing. Didn't bother me. This is something that you don't need to have much of a pain threshold to do. It just is like a little pinch, pinch, pinch. And I would be curious about doing this again in a month or two, just to see if I can make my eyes look even better. Because this feels, rather than getting an injectable, I feel like this is something that could long term, I'm not somebody who's really concerned about lines and wrinkles so much. I just want to look younger longer. And the fact that it's just your own plasma, and then it builds collagen and does all the things. All right, so that's me immediately after. So you can see it's a little bit swollen. Those are the dots on the side there. You're right here near the tear duct or the trough. It's really, I look like, wah, 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 wah. It's so bad. It's so bad. So now we go on to the main show. Be forewarned, there will be blood in this next coming scene. What the esthetician is doing here, she's gonna wash off the numbing cream, and as soon as that's done, she's gonna hit the skin with some alcohol, make sure that everything is sanitized because we are working with blood, right? So we need a sterile environment. We don't want any sort of infections. Now here she's going to begin. Now she'll squeeze and pinch some skin and then stamp that area. So you'll see, squeeze, stamp. And at first it's fine. Here there's a lot of flesh underneath the skin, so it's really comfortable. Like my jaw or my chin, there's a lot of flesh here. But where I'm just watching this, like my spine is, my back is getting really tense just looking at this. But what you're not seeing is there's the one hand that's recording, and there's the other hand that's squeezing the bench every single time I'm being hit with the needles. This is no joke. Again, if you also have a low tolerance for pain, consider laughing gas. This is bad. Now we're just gonna move on to immediately after, because look at how crazy I look. So let's just do some close-ups of the work, and you can see the stamping. Okay, now let's listen to
for like the next, they said 6 hours. So this is another one of those treatments where getting the service and running back home because baby, I was crazy. This was my mouth, and even like the numbing cream
after
like
5,
my upper lip
right?
feels bigger
And
than what it is. It
everyone
was
is coming home at this
painful,
time. There's a queue for the elevators.
Here. Like
it was so embarrassing.
It's
I was
so
like crusty
and tight. Like the lower third of my face is on fire, and underneath my chin is
the
hot.
smell.
Like
the smell.
Oh my god, this is crazy. This is crazy.
The smell is the.
Hi, I'm back again. My eyes are on fire. I'm lightheaded. I am a mess. I'm checked out for the day. I haven't washed my face, but I just want to talk you through what I'm going to be using.
Keep that in the back of your mind.
Week or so, just to kind of maintain my skin.
And you have to keep drinking water because you're losing blood.
All here underneath my jaw is incredibly tight, and you can see all the dry blood. Here really hurt. You can see all the.
It's not a chemical peel. This is.
I've been using the event spray. Right, so I won't be washing my face the way I would do normally. I'm gonna be
the smell. It's haunting me. I'm just thinking about the smell and the pain.
I just double checked and it is fragrance free. I mean, it's safe for the eyes. So
I'm gonna step away for a minute and we're just gonna listen to him, because these few days I have some really good observations to share with you.
Yeah, got my retainer. I will be reporting back tomorrow and we'll do a little status update to see what I look like in the morning. Hi, so the spa where I had the treatment done gave me a list of things that I can and can't do. Right, it's This feels tighter. Maybe it's just dry. My eyes, everything just feels dry. And the skin feels a little bit sandpapery. This is a brand new one. They gave me this exhaustive list of things that I'm supposed to, things that I can and can't do. And one of those things was no coffee. If I can't have coffee, God can take my soul back. I don't want to be here. So rather than using the reusable cotton, this is one of those situations where I think it's more appropriate to use. I'm trying to avoid detergent. That's my main thing. And this I know is mild, so I think it's the most appropriate way for me to clean my skin. So let's just do a bit more. Step 2. Having taken off all that dry plasma, all of a sudden I feel alive. Like I felt really grim, and that just doing that just made me feel so much more like me. It made me feel like more like myself. So what we're going to use is the Bioderma or the Uriage. We'll start by doing this in layers. So, oh, it slipped. Oh, that's interesting. That's done, like that's the base of it. And then no to the Kiehl's, because Kiehl's, we're not using Kiehl's. No to the Glow Recipe, because I don't want to rub that stick all over my face. That just feels wrong. So what I do have is this. Is not available in Canada. This is just a little deluxe one, right? So it's only 25 mils. It's not the full size one. So I'm an oil slick right now, but I'm good to go. Hard one. This is night number 3, so let's do a little update. I'm not noticing any big differences with my eyes. I feel like in the morning they looked really nice. You know, nothing really to phone home about. There's still lots of little dots all over my face. They're healing up. This is healing up. There's a lot of pigment that's coming up. This, for example, was new and dark earlier, and it's already starting to break up, so it's doing something. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say that these broken capillaries on the side of my nose seem to be getting some shorter. My face is tighter. There's more of a spring to my face, so it's definitely doing the tightening thing. I've been using these two every day, right? So Uriage cream. This is the most practical SPF product that I had on hand. It's got a strong fragrance. It smells like frangipani. Because it's the third night, I feel the need to wash my face now. This is absolutely fine in the morning, but like it's summer, so I do need to wash my face. And the only things that I have to wash with have glycolic in them, right? So I don't want to be using acids and stuff. What do I have on standby? I had a mini of the SVR. What I did manage to order through Amazon is the Sensi Bio cleansing gel. We're just gonna open this up. I've used this before. It's unscented, you know, it's just good stuff. So we'll do this first. And if I didn't mention it before, like the first night, I had a hard time sleeping. I was really tensed up. Go in with this. It's that texture that I like, right? It's that soap-free. You can see this, you can bring around your eyes. That's how mild it is, which is why I opted for this one. Okay. I'm gonna go in with that. I'm gonna leave this on like a mask, so I'm gonna do a really thick layer tonight. My face. Really. If it was daytime, I'd be using this a lot more sparingly, but because I'm gonna just do some stuff on my laptop right now, I'm gonna put on a really thick layer, and then I'll come back to tissue it off later. I need more. And you can see it's already starting to melt, right? It's starting to go way more transparent. But this is how I've been going to sleep every single night, just to heal my skin post-treatment. All right, so that's that. Adios. Hi everyone, a real crisis. This is another update to what's happening. I shave my head maybe 5 out of 7 days of the week. You know, it works for me, I love it. But for the first time ever, I chopped off some of my ear. It's Saturday, so tonight is night number 4. I was feeling really down. I just bumped into one of my neighbors and we just decided, you know what, let's go hang out. So linen shirt on. I had a couple deliveries today and I just wanted to talk you through what's happening with my skin. So I have come to the conclusion or the realization that my skin is definitely firmer. It has a spring. It definitely feels tighter. That little bit of pigment that I called out the other day, yesterday, it's already broken up. I don't feel sensitized, I just feel dry, and that's no problem. So truly, I didn't need to go out of my way to get a zinc ointment, but better safe than sorry. And this is the sort of thing that lasts several months, so I'll make use of it before the year is up. You know how sometimes when you order things and you get little deluxe samples like this, right? Anytime you get ones that come in pots and jars, because they're not sealed like in a foil, make sure you use them because they will dry out. So I'm going back to the classic La Mer cream and I'm gonna pack that on. My skin reacts really well to it. Now, I know some of you are gonna say, it's summer, why are you using so much? You only need a green pea. Well, I'm just that dry. This also came in today. I picked up some stuff from Morpheus8. This is the world's greatest body oil. Just 1 pump. There's no silicone. My limbs are so pasty. I need to do some tanning. Also, the color of this shirt makes me look a lot lighter than I am. You know, I wish the rest of my body was like the same coloring as my face. They're two different people, right? This guy is sickly. This guy looks incredibly healthy and glowy. Maybe we should be talking about summertime fragrances at some stage. It's an all-year fragrance, but it's really nice on a warm night like this. Focus. Yeah. Because I'm not seeing like the 180, I'm just gonna, there's still the little pinpricks and the little, like even let's go here. It's hard to see it, but they're still there, those little dots from where the needles went in, where the injection went in. I've got a shoe crisis right now. I don't know what shoes to put on. I'm not seeing anything mind-blowing or noteworthy. I'm going to stop recording these on a daily basis. I'm gonna come back in a week's time and we're gonna take a look to see what things I'm noticing about my complexion, because I look great. I don't regret doing it, but I don't know that, you know, I was the ideal person. Again, skin is firmer. I'll be back with the next check-in. Hi, good morning. So this is now 10 days in. I haven't done anything. I don't think that my skin has peaked, but I don't expect to see any further transformation at this stage. It's not about age, it's always about condition. If I was somebody who already had really bad skin, maybe I would have definitely seen a more dramatic result from this, right? I will say that yes, my skin feels firmer. It's difficult for you to gauge it, but I can feel a tightness. I can feel a real firmness here. So now that it's been 10 days, I've been faithful. I've been good. I've been doing nothing but these two, the Aven water. This I've been using as well. I don't buy La Mer anymore. And so what I should have picked up instead is the Aven cold cream. It wouldn't have had the healing elements or the reparative element built into it, but it would have been just as dense as a La Mer. Anyone who's out here saying, oh, you can just buy Nivea and La Mer are two very different things. You don't just stop buying La Mer and buy Nivea cream. These are two different things, two different experiences. And if it's within your means, you don't stop buying La Mer, you keep buying it. That conversation is just stupid. Just stop. Now that it's been 10 days, I haven't used any exfoliants. I haven't done any masks. This morning, it feels like I want to do a clay mask. Thought this would be good for the summer. The Morpheus8 deep cleansing mask. Interesting. They put the logo on the cap. Morpheus8. I'll try this out. It's soft, but I'm hoping it dries down. It dries down quick. I've been just trying this because I feel like I need this. Yeah. Oh, I like this texture. Look at that. I'm so annoyed. Look at that. I just want to test that out. I'm really into this. It's nice and soft. It's gonna be a great product just before I hop in the shower to start my morning. Anyways, that's that. Adios.
This morning was the first time I went back to using some of my regular products. He said everything that I needed to say. This was absolutely useful. It was definitely worth having on standby. And I don't know if I really emphasized this, but the broken capillaries on the side of my nose look way better. They're less obvious. So this was really worth it for me. It's really about the firmness and the tightening. I don't think that my skin looks more even in terms of color. It just looks a little bit more healthier, more radiant. I used to talk about how when I was using the Augustinus Bader cream, it felt like I looked more alive. Now that I've had this treatment, I wake up every morning and it has that same sort of effect. And I feel like if I was using the Bader cream, that would have been like the perfect complement, because the Bader cream, it makes you look like a better version of you. I don't know if I said this enough, but this is really for the people with dry skin. It's only available in the EU market, and in America, they have a different formulation to this. Theirs, I think, is a mineral one. I love the way my skin looks. I think this was money well spent. I think I'm gonna go for just a classic PRP without those really in-depth needles. I don't think I needed that radio frequency. You know, leave questions down below. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. As always, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down, however this moved you. Thank you for listening. Thank me for speaking, and I will catch you in the next one. Adios.